Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Jay Polk in for Abby today.
That's right, John. We are going to see a little bit of patchy fog. It's what we're tracking as we go through this morning. So colorful Colorado has become, well, rather gray Colorado this morning in some places. That's the case in Lyman along I-70. We take a look at our Viero wireless network camera. So travel impacts this morning will include possibilities for patchy fog along Interstate 25 between the Raton Pass and Denver, but mainly along Highway 24 between the Springs and Lyman. And as you head east of the Springs along Highway 94, Pueblo to Lamar, you could also see some fog patches at times. Once the fog lifts, temperatures are going to be sitting in the 80s in most areas by the end of the day. 81 for the Springs, 87 in Pueblo, 86 in Canyon City. Mid to upper 80s pushing 90 out in the plains. Temperatures meanwhile up in Denver topping out near 90 as well. Mid to upper 80s along that I-70 corridor, 70s and 80s in the mountains. 73 your high today in Leadville. Springs Highway 24 and Peterson Road, not much fog to deal with here. It's further off to the northeast from here that you begin to see the fog. Here's a view from the Mugabug camera, 56 degrees, winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour. As we go through our Thursday with our Skycast, we see that chance for showers and storms pop up west of I-25, south of I-70. Pretty typical stuff, summertime type pattern for us. Monsoonal moisture means the bulk of the showers are going to be south of the state line, but some of them will spill their way into southern Colorado as well from Walsenburg down towards the Raton Pass. So it's something else that we'll be tracking for you in terms of our travel conditions as we go through this afternoon. Isolated storm or two could be on the strong side, but heavy rain is really the main threat because there's so much monsoonal moisture to work with. Skycast precipitation, this is all dependent on whether you find yourself underneath one of the thunderstorms or not. If you do, a quick quarter, third, half, maybe even 3/4 of an inch is possible. You see what happens over in Teller County by tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, and also off to the west of Wetmore, which won't be necessarily as wet as it might be if you find yourself underneath one of the storms. Between Buena Vista and Cripple Creek, there could also be a chance for some isolated storms which will drop heavier amounts of rain on you. 7-day forecast then for the Springs. A gradual warming trend is in that 7-day outlook. High temperatures of the weekend will be sitting in the lower to middle 80s. Then it's upper 80s to near 90 by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Lows are in the 50s and 60s. Pueblo, mid to upper 90s for you, 80s I should say. Then it's middle 90s by the late portion of the forecast. Lower 90s as we go through our Saturday and Sunday. Lows are going to be sitting in the lower 60s. In Canyon City, mid to upper 80s for you today and tomorrow. Then it's mid to upper 80s to near 90 as we go through our Saturday and Sunday. Lower 90s then take us towards the end of the forecast period. In Teller County, we're sitting in the lower to middle 70s, and middle 70s on Saturday and Sunday gives way to temperatures that'll push 80 for the highs by the end of the forecast, and that chance for showers and storms tapers off gradually, very gradually as we go through the end of the forecast, especially by days 6 and 7.
But not the end of the monsoon.
No, the monsoon won't be with us. Will be with us, I should say. It won't end until sometime in September.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Now we want to check